Hey guys, thanks so much for being here with me this morning. I'm going to be talking about basically, are you actually just a commodity in this voiceover industry that we're all a part of? Because one of the things that I see, I mean, when you look at what being a commodity is, it's like toilet paper, it's like toothpaste. Everybody has to buy it, you got to use it. Now, most any business, if they're doing any sort of advertising, is probably going to be using a voice actor in some way, shape, or form, especially if they're advertising on TV, radio, or even online, running Facebook ads and things of that nature. But I think that most people are getting caught into this trap of being a voiceover commodity because they just don't know how not to be. Now, let me go over a couple of the things that are making voice actors into commodities and driving prices down and also lowering the amount of money that you have the ability to make. So one of the things is struggling getting clients, and you don't know why. You don't even know why it's such a struggle for you to get clients. And one of the main reasons is because you're not known for anything. You don't have a defined niche. Now, let me go into a little bit of what I mean by all of this, because when most of us come into voice acting, we come into it from a perspective of we're just going to audition for everything. We're trying to make money and we're going to get as much work as we can get. So we spend all day auditioning on the pay to plays, on the freelance sites. We're putting in proposals. We're doing all of these things. And what you have to realize and understand is that that's what every other voice actor is doing as well. That's what every other, I mean, there's millions of voice actors. Let's just be honest about this. All over the world, there's millions of voice actors, and at least hundreds of thousands are going for the same types of jobs that you're going for across the board, across platforms, and across industries. And one of the things that continues to make voice actors a commodity is because the people that are looking to get the voice actor, especially if they're cheapo shoppers. Let's just be real. Especially if they're cheapo shoppers. They're putting it on all the pay to plays. They're putting auditions on all the pay to plays. They're putting auditions on all the freelance sites. They're even in touch with some of the agents that are out here, and the agents are reposting all of this stuff. So you've got hundreds of thousands of voice actors on all of these platforms, all going for the same job. Because if you're auditioning for a job on voices.com, you probably should know that same job is posted on Voice 123. In many cases, it's also posted on Fiverr. It's posted on Upwork. So the competition for these things is fierce. And it's a part of what is driving prices down and also what is making competition so hard, because you don't even realize that you're competing at such a high level. And when I say high level, I'm talking about high numbers here. I'm talking about the sheer numbers of people auditioning for the same job. This is why we become commodities, because they know they can basically get the best and the cheapest all at the same time. And most of these people are price shoppers, not all of them, because you've got a good amount of people out here that want to go for quality. They want to go for the person that has a professional setup, that is good at doing what it is that they do. But how do they know that you're good at what you do outside of an audition? And this is part of the reason why, I talk about my 4-step framework for running a profitable voiceover business. It's when you are competing on a level like that, it's hard to win. So let me tell you about what needs to happen and what needs to change. And this is from my own experience and from the experience of my students. This isn't theory or hypothetical. This is actual stuff that's real. You've got to become known for something. You've got to be in a micro niche, not in a genre like audiobooks or commercials or e-learning or character. You've got to be able to micro niche that down. So how do we go about doing that? This all begins with you understanding and knowing what your core strength is, along with, and this is important, what exactly it is that you want to do in voiceover. Because I dare say many of you don't want to do it all. I hate doing audiobooks. I did audiobooks for a while. I understand that I hate that now. So years ago, I stopped doing audiobooks because I hate the process. That's me. Some of you may love to do audiobooks. But now let's just take that genre of doing audiobooks. Well, what kind of audiobooks? Are you just auditioning for every type of audiobook that's out there? And when you do that, you don't make yourself known as an expert and you can't get paid top dollar consistently because you're what people call an also ran. You're a commodity. You're just someone that does audiobooks. But what about the person that only does romance novels? What about the person that only does, let me pick another one here, business types of books, let's say technical technical types of audiobooks or medical types of audiobooks. That's when you get into the micro niche. That's when you can start becoming known for something. That is the only way for you to make your mark, is to become an expert at what it is that you do. Because when you don't, I mean, just think about this. If you go to the hospital, I mean, God forbid, let's say you have a heart attack. Well, a general practitioner can probably help you. But do you want the general practitioner helping you that is diagnosing colds and diabetes and taking blood tests and all this type of stuff? Or do you want to go to the doctor that all they do all day long is heart surgery? That's all they do. That's what they've mastered. It's what they do all the time. And guess who gets paid the most? It's not the general practitioner. It's the heart surgeon. Both of them are doctors, just like all of us are voiceover artists. But what is the area in voiceover that you've micro niched down to be able to become known as an expert and get paid top dollar for what it is that you do? Now, let's see, what do I have written down here? Know you're good at voiceover, but don't know how to become a high paid expert in VO. That's the reason why. You want to become the person that is the expert. You want to become the person that is known for doing this. You want to be the person that your name is getting out there because you're known for doing a very specific thing. And when you micro niche this thing down and you start following a process to actually develop your presence as a professional voice actor, it's time to stop saying I'm a voice actor. And it's time to say, I do medical narration. I do technology narration. I do only fantasy video games. You want to be known for that. That takes time. But when you have gotten to a certain level and you're starting to make money in voiceover, going to the next level needs a different plan. And some people are scared to throw away the old plan because it's gotten them to where they are. And they're scared to craft the new strategy that needs to be crafted, which is really easy to do, to become known as an expert. It takes time. It takes dedication, but it is the thing that's going to get you to that 6+ figures. Let me just tell you, when you're making 6+ figures in voiceover, you're not auditioning for everything. You're not going on Fiverr and on, the pay to plays and auditioning for anything that you can get. You're only auditioning for the top paying jobs for the genre that you do, because now you have proof that this is who you are. So you've got to figure out a couple of things here. And I'm going to open this up for questions in a moment. So you've got to figure out a couple of things here. What is the thing that most excites you about voiceover? What is the genre? And within that genre, what is the micro niche of what it is that you want to do? Start developing a pattern of that. Doing that exclusively and only that. Start weaning yourself off the cheapo job. Start weaning yourself off of doing anything and everything and being a commodity, and start becoming an expert. All right. So now that I've explained all of that, one of the things I want you to do, I've got a webinar that's coming up. It's a free webinar, and it is my 4-step framework for a profitable voiceover business. Somewhere around this video, you're going to be able to click a link that you're going to be able to either get on the wait list or whatever for that webinar. And there's going to be some other links in this video that are going to show you how to join our free Facebook group and all that stuff, where we talk about these things exclusively. How do you become known for something in your industry to get paid top dollar? People that are novices and newbies do anything and everything. People that are pros are masters of one. That is something that you've got to understand. And getting to the highest level in this industry of voiceover, you better be known for one thing. You better be a master at that one thing and learn the process of how to generate a lot of money being a master of it. All right, so I'm going to open this up for questions right now and see if anyone has any questions that they want to ask me in regards to what I've talked about here today. You know, in the comments, what is your genre? What is your focus in voiceover? Just put that in the comments. What is your focus in voiceover? And also introduce yourself. And I'll acknowledge you for all the folks that are coming in. And just let me know what it is that you're thinking. And if you're watching this live, put in the comments live. And if you're watching this on a replay, just type in replay. I know all of you that are live now aren't going to type in replay. But if you're watching me live, just type live now so that I know who's here and who's on. I know Brando on the go is here. So, hey, welcome in. And let's see, it doesn't look like anyone has any questions or anything to say. So what I'm going to do, I'll just log off and feel free to leave your comments on this video, you know, about not being a commodity. Thanks, BDoggy45. Appreciate you for putting that in. Impress hottest. Okay, that's one. Thank you guys for being here live with me today. I definitely appreciate it. And Miss Trina, hello to you. Thank you for being here. And once again, put in the genre that you most like doing in voiceover. Andrea is here. She says live here. I love doing voiceover, good gigs for live events. Okay. Oh, Voice of God. Yeah, the Voice of God gigs. I love that too. I've done that before, but it has been a concentration of mine. I love telephony and virtual tours. Awesome. Brand on the go. I have yet to figure out my niche. Any tips on narrowing it down? Yeah, I've got some tips on narrowing it down. What do you love doing? See, there's two things when people ask that question about narrowing down their niche. A lot of times they're mostly asking me what niche pays the most money. And that, if you chase the money, you will lose. If you chase the money, you will lose. If you chase what you love doing, the money will follow. You just have to have the patience and the tenacity to go after it. All right. Steve is saying, hi, good stuff. As always, great. Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate you for being here with me today. Miss Trina saying, I'm a newbie, still learning. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and probably log off now. Thanks, Christopher. You got live corporate. Okay. Same here. All right, guys. Look, thanks for being here with me today on this live stream, or if you're watching the recording, just leave me a comment about your thoughts on this whole thing about being a commodity and voiceover and your thoughts about overcoming that. All right. Thanks, Rakina. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you watching. Oh, you got the book. Thank you so much for getting the book too. You guys have an awesome and amazing day. Go ahead about the free webinar that's coming up. Go ahead and register for that. It's in the description of this video. You're going to get on the wait list. The thing about this webinar is there's going to be a lot of people on the webinar, and you want to make sure that you're there. There are no replays on this. It's like, you just got to get in on that. So go ahead, click the link. It's going to put you on a wait list. And then when I am ready to launch the webinar in the next few days, you'll be the first notified to get in to register for that. So just click the link and you'll see it there, because it says, you know, my 4-step framework for a profitable voiceover business. I'll talk to you guys soon. You take care. Bye now.